Okay, here we have a young junior player at the age of 10 years of age. And the picture on the right is the before, and then the one on the left is the after. So we're going to take a look at this young man here, and he's truly a very gifted and athletic young man. We've already gone through the setup procedure with him, but what happens to Ben is that most junior players overswing with their arms. And a lot of my peers believe that's okay because they don't have the strength in their core muscles. Well, that's not true at all. What we see here is that Ben, he uses his arms too much, but he doesn't use enough rotation in his core muscles as he takes the club back. So what happens here is that he swings obviously too much over the top in this direction here. So we tried to simplify things for him as he comes down on his backswing. I'm going to draw another picture here just to give you an example of how much he was coming over the top. So we'll draw a line. We're going to just draw two lines here, one on the shaft plane line and then one through the shoulder plane line. And what we'd like to see him do, even on the takeaway position, is get the club a little bit more in between the lines. Now, at his age, I'm not worried that he's swinging underneath the bottom plane line, which is a shaft plane line. But what does concern me is that when he starts down, his hands and arms come on the top line, as you can see right here. And he hits the ball a long ways, but he either cuts the ball or pulls the ball. As you can see here, he's hit a drastic pull. So the corrections that we made for Ben is that we took a training aid that I have and we just put a tee in the ground. And what we tried to do here is, and I'll go ahead and draw a shaft plane line just so that you can see the difference in his swing plane, is that the technique that I'm using for Ben here is to try to keep it real simple. We're trying to keep his sternum where he feels like he turns it away from the target a little bit more. The club is still underneath the plane, but that doesn't matter to me. And then what we try to do is just have his arms follow his core muscles, which then allowed him to shorten up the downswing. And then as he comes down, you can see how his hands would naturally drop on the bottom line. And then you're going to see as he comes into impact, the club shaft is coming way more from the inside, which produces a more powerful hit and more consistency with accuracy. And you can see how his club path in the right arm is much closer into his body compared to the first picture that you saw on the right hand side. Literally, Ben with a driver could hit the ball about 150 yards with his old swing. Once we made these changes, he now can hit the driver approximately 200 plus yards, which is exceptional for a 10-year-old. So this is one of my teaching approaches that I use for junior players. Hope you enjoyed this video, and again, I look forward to meeting you in person.